Stewarding property, protecting what matters. A family can own several properties and still have one ownership issue quietly putting the larger plan at risk. We recently worked with clients who owned multiple properties, including a primary residence outside Nevada, a Nevada vacation home, and several Nevada rental properties. The larger ownership picture needed to be reviewed because the clients had been advised to leave the spouses as the members of the LLCs, rather than having the living trust reflected in the ownership structure. From a title perspective, we understood the risk. The way ownership was reflected could affect whether the family's Nevada properties remained aligned with the larger plan for reducing potential probate issues and other ownership complications. That is where stewardship matters. Stewardship means looking beyond one property, one document, or one transaction. Quitclaim USA reviewed how all the pieces fit together: the LLCs, the living trust, the Nevada properties, the family members, and the intended ownership structure. Most families do not discover an ownership problem when life is calm. They discover it after something changes: a death, a divorce, a refinance, the creation of a living trust, a business transition. Everyone thought the intention was clear. However, the public ownership record may tell a different story. That is when real estate can become a costly ownership problem for the family. They may be left with delays, expenses, probate exposure, closing problems, or confusion at the exact moment they expected the ownership plan to make things easier. These are not just paperwork issues, these are ownership issues. At Quitclaim USA, we approach every ownership situation as if something could happen to the family tomorrow. Because sometimes it does. That is why we believe ownership should be reviewed, clarified, and stewarded before life forces the issue. We research the record, review the details, explain what we see, and ask the questions property owners may not know to ask. A deed, affidavit, transfer, correction, or ownership update may be part of the solution. However, the document is not the mission. Protecting ownership is the mission. That is what we mean by stewarding property and protecting what matters, which is why we say we do good deeds.